Yo, what's up? How was everybody? Hope y'all can hear me. Uh, well, I'm in DC. In DC. And I gotta just get this like off my mind. I gotta get this off my mind, man. Like, we under attack. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, how this stuff has happened to us. How this is happening to us. Yeah. Y'all gotta destroy the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is null and void. The Democratic Party is just that, the Democratic Party is what is supremacy. It's just supremacy all in one. But yeah, like they keep saying it's white supremacy, but they are the ones. They are the supreme. That's supremacy. And they're all made up of everything that they've made money off of when it came to like prejudice. Like people don't even say the word prejudice anymore. Everything is racism. Racism. It was this LGBTQ thing. They don't never bring up racism. Like LGBTQ is like they got their own like gay rights. Like there ain't no gay rights. You got the same civil rights as everybody else. You're gonna use this same US Constitution like everybody else. And if you get discriminated, you sue using these because they're being prejudiced against your preference of who you choose to be with. But you can't force all of America to be accepting of what your sexual orientation is. And I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why. The Bible. They put like the Bible, it goes back generations. Just like churches were supposed to go back generations if they were good churches, if they really cared about community and stuff like that. Church is supposed to be longevity in our lives, and it's supposed to bring family values to your family. And when your kids get older, they go to the same church, then their kids go to the same church. Like church is supposed to keep that tradition going. However, church is corrupt as well, okay? Because clearly everybody has a temptation. That's number one. And number two is you can't be a motivational speaker or a priest or preacher or politician without knowing accountability, without like being a person like, well, that's not afraid of their past or not afraid of what's going to come. Like, that's real. But it's not like that now. That's why you're dealing with this whole LGBTQ situation. Like it's that's the problem. That's the problem. But the real problem when it comes to black and brown, people always want to talk about, I'm gonna give you something that's black and brown. Give you is the down low culture. The down low culture. Now, I have never, ever, 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 ever. I'm a virgin still. I've never, ever, ever, ever been with a man. Never had no desire to be with men. Even when I thought it was the right thing to do, like in high school and stuff like that. I remember one summer I wore skirts all summer and halter tops. It was crazy. But it was a little dude that liked me. But it still was never going to be anything because I was looking at his sister. So I've always been gay, and I've came out twice under the age of 10. You understand? I just was attracted. I was just attracted to women. I was attracted to my teachers. I was attracted to women. That's just what it is. However, my mother, that a devout Catholic, she's not, according to the Bible, homosexuality is a sin. You know what I'm saying? It's an abomination, all that stuff, right? So if you're teaching our elders this and they pass it on to their kids and they keep passing on to their kids, and now this LGBTQ agenda is here and forcing these type of people who have learned throughout their whole life that homosexuality is a sin. However, if you have love for your child, like my mother had love for me, she may not have agreed with my sexuality. She may not agree with it still to this day. However, we don't discuss it. We don't talk about it. And I've gave her we've always given each other respect when it came to that. When I wanted to cut my hair in high school, she was like, you can do all that when you turn 18 years old. Do whatever you want to do at 18 years old. Okay, cool. It was a compromise. I could have had girls couldn't stay at my house. All the boys could stay at my house. No girls could stay at my house because my mother was strict and she was not with that gay shit. You understand? However, she loved me as her child because I'm her baby. She had me. You understand? And she named me Zoe. My name means something. It means life in Greek. You understand? I'm her middle child. And I was the child that gave her the most trouble, But however, she still stuck by me. But she also, again, she was raised the way she was raised. But I'm saying that is because this Democratic Party is full of down low men. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Oprah Winfrey had this episode, and it was about this guy, and he was on a down low, and he gave his wife AIDS, or was HIV positive, and he wrote a book on this and everything, and that's what we're dealing with now under the LGBTQ. So that's why the pastors and stuff don't want to fight. That's why they're taking on this fight. That's why they're taking on every fight but Black America fight right now, because right now we are in the lead. We're in the lead. Black America's in the lead to get that White House right now as a Republican. What we were. As we're freemen. Trump setting it up for us. People, once y'all get up, once y'all catch up, y'all see. But he's doing this on purpose. You understand? He's trying to, but I get you, and we in the lead. However, that you're never going to get, the Democratic Party is never going to evolve because everybody has something on somebody, because they're living double lives. They're literally living the down low life. And their women, their wives, know this too. However, some of them got a side dude. The others, just as evil as he is, that's why he's stepping out on you with a man. He can't tell you, so but you're there because you are all about limelight. You don't care. You know what I'm saying? You just want to get to the top. You don't care. You'll sell anybody out. So that's the type of people that we're dealing with that's in government. They don't know how to speak up or anything like that because they can't. Because majority of these pastors with these gay assistants and these gay, everybody gay, the whole circle is gay. The politician gay, the whole person, and the only people that's out with the gayness is the Hispanics. Now the Hispanics will come out as the first LGBTQ, the first but these men will not. These black men will not, because they all doing each other on the down low over here. Some of their wives know, but it's an image that they got to keep up. And yeah, that's what's controlling a whole political party, that you're giving these people power to make a choice over you. What? Why? Why would I let a party like this be in government and make a choice about me? Look what they're doing with our tax dollar. Look what they're doing. They can't they have stolen it all. And now they're trying to make the straight person feel some type of way about not being on no gay shit. You're allowed to have a preference now. Like, there's straight men out here, there's straight women out here, like there are heterosexual women, there's heterosexual men. Okay, and they're not with that because maybe because they don't align with that, and that ain't something they want to deal with, whatever. They don't talk about it, all that stuff. Then you got the ones who they may have a sibling that's gay, and they may only rock with that sibling. Like, I don't rock my sibling. I only got one gay cousin I rock with. Da, 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 da. However, now you're trying to make people. You're trying to force the American people to accept LGBTQ when you have taught the American people, Christians, all the religions, that homosexuality is a sin. That's crazy. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like, you have a right to be prejudiced as long as you're not prejudiced to the point that if you hate this person. Like, I could talk about white people in my house, right? I could be like, unless like they talk about black people in their house. But to take that outside of the house and just go and fuck with somebody because you just hate them is insane. And it goes to the same, like, it's just insane. It's just insane. But I know that the Democratic Party is compromised, and they compromise as far as the black men are on the tree right now. They're the hanging tree. They're the hanging one, right? But it's our black alpha men, or our black, that understand the role of a man, understand the role of a leader, and understand they're the one that's on the tree right now, right? And you've got LGBTQ and black sellouts and down low reverends with the whip, like, You're gonna accept LGBTQ. You're gonna have, if you want this job, you're gonna have to have sex with me, even though you're heterosexual and I'm homosexual. It doesn't matter. If you want whatever, if you want this role in this show, you're gonna have to get on your knees. You're gonna have to, because Clive Davis taught me this. Clive Davis and them taught me this. And then they do it. And so now that they've done it, it's a wrap. So they can't help you. And they're not going to help you. Because they can't help themselves. They're slaves. They're slaves. These reverends, these preachers, these pastors, these black, Brandon Johnson, and the other compromised black men around that are doing weird things and don't know how to govern. Straight people are under attack. I mean, under attack. Like, you have a right to be like, nah, I don't like women. You have a right to say, I don't like men. I don't like men. I have a right to say, I don't like men. No, you can't make me be straight. It will never happen. I like women just as much as you. Like, I like women a lot. I love women. Like, yeah, you're not gonna force me to be with her. There's nothing that you could be like, well, nah. If somebody put a gun to your head, shoot me then, because I'm not never. Like, no. And you sick to try to force somebody. You sick for trying to force somebody. So that's the same thing that y'all are doing to straight men and straight black men. Like, what? In order for me to get a job, I gotta bend over. Like, what? What? That's how this works. Like, not my talent. Oh, y'all don't do nothing. I don't care about talent. Oh, y'all don't do that. Oh, okay. So it don't matter. Then you gonna try to put it on our children now? Now you gonna put it on, you gonna try to force it on our children because y'all the fucking groomers, y'all the R. Kellys. Like, nigga, y'all saw early. Want people to be trans? Go directly. From 5 years old, she knew that she wanted to be a little boy. From 5 years old, and if she did, eventually she's going to tell you. And she's going to tell you a lot. You understand? She may tell you when she's real young. Like, I told my mother I liked girls when I was about maybe 4 or 5. And I remember saying something, and she was with my aunt, which is crazy. I'm saying this because she was my aunt today. My mother went to Albany to visit my aunt. Shout out to Aunt Viola. Shout out to Pila. However, I remember saying that, and my mom said, telling my aunt, like, Zoe said she liked girls. Now, mind you, I didn't know about gay, lesbian, none of that stuff. Then I heard up and said, oh, no. And then at 10 years old, it happened again. My mother read a letter from a girl in my school. My mom was like, you gay, going on for me. I mean, big mad. And I remember telling her, I'm like, man, you treated me Just like how you say white people treat black people. And like she ain't say nothing. And then the next day she took me to school. She said, I'm gonna take you to school instead of me catching the bus. And while we were going to school, she was driving me to school, she told me, like, wanted me to, are you gay? Da, da, da. I don't remember the words, like, do you like girls, whatever? And I was like, nah. And she was like, and she just said, Zoe, like, I love you, you're my child. So, and then she said, I apologize for going off. My mama don't never apologize. She said she ain't apologized, yeah. I think that was maybe her only apology. But I'll take that one. However, it was never forced on me. Nothing was never forced on me. So if it happens, it happens. It's natural. Just like you naturally like somebody, you naturally have feelings for this person. And sometimes that person may be of the same sex. You understand? But with that is you either keep it 100 and express it, or you don't act on it. Because if you don't act on it, I'm gonna say this word. If you don't act on it and still feel like I can't tell nobody, even if I did, then you're not a leader. And that's what we're dealing with now. We're dealing with people that are in the closet about something that they're afraid to come out of. That's black. These Hispanics is coming out. They don't care. They're coming out with the as the first lesbian, the gay this, gay that. Like, they champion it. While you guys are still hiding in the church, y'all having the whole choir gay. Nigga, everybody in the church that leads the church, head of operations, is gay. Everybody's gay. Like, I really need you women that are dealing with bisexual men that are on the down low, and you know it, y'all, and you having sex with a whole nother dude that is a hood, like a real hood, but you couldn't come out with him, but you really want to because the person you have fun with. That's your side, dude. I really think you should choose your side, dude. You literally should go choose your side, dude, because your husband has chose that his life, and his life is, I'm going to continue having sex with men and act like it's a sin when it's not. Probably. I believe they all. I don't know. They said Sean Ford, he may be gay, but they say he's a good he's a good politician. So you can be gay, but be a good politician. These things is gay and useless, and then trying to make other people feel manipulate other people and feeling guilty for they weird down lowism. That's what it is, down lowism. You want people to feel sorry for your down lowism. Like, what? It doesn't matter if he has a wife. Is he a good politician? I don't care if he's gay or not. The problem is that shouldn't even matter. The fact that that is the top topic is the problem too. All of it don't make sense, but it's really because it really started with these pastors and these weird civil rights activists, like that never did nothing. You understand? And like, yeah, like that is the new the it's really like borderline, almost like emotional rape. Like emotional manipulative rape. It's like, damn, if you won't have sex with me, and even though and you're not like that, or you're not attracted to that person, you're not going to give me the job. I could be qualified for the job and everything, but you're not going to give me the job. because I don't want to mess with you, because I'm not gay, or I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not straight. What? That's crazy. Get mad at somebody because they not. How you get mad? You know how all my friends, I got the most beautiful friends in the world. All my feminine friends are heterosexual. Okay. Maybe I got maybe two that's not, but the rest of them is straight. Okay, they love men. They love men. I love them. They're my dream girls, but they ain't going. They like men, and I'm not gonna feel no type of way and not talk to them. No, I'm gonna always try to shoot my shot. It's never gonna go in, but them still my babies. You can't force nobody to like what you like. We're all different human beings. We don't have to like what you like. And if you have that type of mentality, or you are afraid to come out the closet, then you don't need to be in no leadership positions, especially in government. Hell no. So, I don't know. All I know is that we are under attack. We are under attack. I was talking to my friend Howard today. He says to start telling my people who rock with me or watch my stuff or rock with CFR, if y'all just donate $1 to CFR. I don't need y'all give me $10, $20. Y'all can donate $1. Donate $1 to me. If I So yes. It don't have to be a big amount. Yeah. $1 is worth it. Them dollars add up. Okay? So yeah. All that. So that's funny. That's funny. Well, yeah. I want us to be on code. Okay? But I want y'all to understand that it's a LGBTQ lovers quarrel back down there. Okay, they all is it's weird down there. It's real weird and it's real emotional. Remember John Leguizamo from Tuang Fu? That's all them Hispanic gay men down there. So imagine, and he's downloading these reverends and Brandon Johnson, and they having sex with these feminine Hispanics. So they honestly, real talk, they are controlling them. They're controlling Brandon and them because they are the real bad bitches. Carlos Ramirez Rosa, the one they just put in today. Yeah. Will Hall, Andre Vasquez. Yeah. There's a lot of homosexuals down there. Married, too. They don't care about you. They ain't never gonna care about you. Yeah. Yeah. Like this is, and we're gonna go back to mind your business. We're gonna go back to mind your business. But you're not gonna sell us out. And speaking of the West Side, I was talking to someone today who was from the West Side, and I was talking about how Brandon Johnson keeps selling out, trying to sell. He's like, he really don't care about the South Side. He just don't care. He like, well, he stopped caring about the West Side. He's like, ain't the West Side done. And I'm like, what do you mean? He said, if you come over there on the weekends, he said, it's hella U-Hauls. The Venezuelans is moving into the West Side. And ain't nobody over there on the West Side talking about it. That's supposed to be a redwood representative. And speaking of that, I was trying to send her video to somebody else. I accidentally sent it to her. And I was like, damn. And I was like, well, if she say anything to me, I'm going to say I was trying to send it to the feds. Because that's what the fuck. Y'all going, it's Rico time. It's Rico time. But yeah. So West Side is Venezuela too. And ain't nobody talking about it over there. So y'all need to some gotta happen. Y'all better find a red representative over there. Cause y'all losing everything over there too. They don't care. You're dealing with people who lost their manhood to selling out. They chose to do that. Just like when you go into a fraternity, the fraternities and sororities, and when they violate you, when they fuck with your manhood over there, you chose that. You could have walked up out of there and sued them. My sister was pledging. It started getting real weird. Okay, crazy stuff. My mother was like, hell no. My mother sued, and they settled so quick. That sorority, and my sister's in the sorority. She ain't active, but she's a member. Again, if it's blacklisted, maybe blacklisted, but she's a member. Yeah, that's some sadistic, weird stuff. Why can't you just be in a fraternity or a sorority because of the values, because of the missions, because of the going out and doing community service and being out there and stuff like that? That's a sacrifice. Why do you gotta do something weird and can't tell nobody and stuff like that? Talk about something that's supposed to be sacred. Nah. You want to humiliate another person, so you always have that over their head. That's what a sorority and a fraternity is. If you have to do it, the divine nine. That's what the divine nine is. Divine nine is full. That's why we don't have anything out of divine nine. Divine nine can't be. All nine of y'all couldn't figure out where we ain't got no Procter and Gamble. We ain't got no Walmart. We ain't got no Target. We don't got no grocery stores. We don't have no cities. We don't have nothing. Like Chicago has the headquarters for Alpha Kappa Alpha. Nigga, why 75th and 79th look like that? Y'all worthless. Y'all legit are worthless. Worthless. And who they vote? Democrat. Nigga, please leave them clowns over there. Everybody that votes Democrat is a certified clown. Clown. Can't get no clownier than you, nigga. You are the circus. You Barnum and Soul Circus together. Can't get no. Yeah, you care for. Hey, y'all literally sold y'all motherfucking souls, you black men, in 2025, instead of just coming out and embracing who you are. Nigga, Prince ain't care. Prince ain't care about wearing them heels and his butt cheeks out or any of that. And you wasn't going to try Prince either. Nobody didn't learn from that but Young Thug. Who else? I don't know, I can't think, but definitely Young Thug. Yeah. Oh, I love Trinidad James, stuff like that. Yeah, like like it's a newer guy too. I think Steve Lacy, but yeah, like embrace who you are. We've had everything, right? We've had entertainment always. We've had sports always. So we had all that. We had Get Gregory on the health thing, the Bohemian diet, all that. You had the Panthers. You had everybody. You had Mr. Farrakhan, whatever, them and all them. And we just started getting people in government. Black people started getting in government. And y'all just, government the most powerful. That's the best. Government is it. You done made it to the top. We're in government now. You done made it to the top. And you get in there and don't do nothing for Black America. Nothing. We had entertainment. We had sports. Right? We had these that was on they black. Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, all them at their height. Harry Belafonte, all that. Bill Cosby, Barbara Streisand, all them. John Lennon, you had John Lennon that was out there, Oko, like they give, like, man, what? And you get these people black people in power in government, and they go in there and sell us out completely. Hey, yo. And now we're dealing with the down low epidemic in 2025. If y'all don't come out the closet, no one cares. Like, we know who's out here that's homosexual. Even back then, like even the situation with the Diddy thing, y'all are really trying to push the Diddy thing like, oh my God, he did this. And because people not talking about it no more, right? Because every real person heard about Diddy. Well, Wendy Williams was a GOAT. Wendy Williams had all the tea. But everybody knew that Russell Simmons and Diddy, they always say they was gay. They always, but no one cared. No one cared. It was like, oh, yeah, I can see that. And then that's it. Y'all have made it like, yeah, it's like a vendetta. You know what it is? It's like, and this could be true too. That's why, like, it could be true. Because of the Bible, a lot of grandparents and parents that were strictly by the Bible with that whole homophobia thing, all that, because of what they read in the Bible, they would kick their kids out the house. Like, straight kick them out the house, make them homeless. They wouldn't even care. Now, mind you going by the Bible, you praying with the Bible, going to go to church, all that, but you drew the line with throwing your own child out for homosexuality. But you read one of the commandments say, honor thy mother, thy father. So how you want them to honor you when you just kick them out because what their preference was? As long as they're not disrespecting you in your house with that, because then it's time to call the police or put them in a hospital or something like that, because now you're not gonna. First of all, I don't approve of it. However, you're my child, and until you get 18, I'm responsible for you. But you're not going to bring that in my house. But a lot of people did not go by that, so they kicked them out, and a lot of them led to them being doing prostitution, a whole bunch of stuff. People don't want to deal with that. That's an uncomfortable truth. So a lot of that stuff happens too, and people get in these positions and resent their parents. And because they resent people and resent stuff like that, but they are like they were molested or something like that. So now they don't want it, but it happens because they never got the proper treatment or never got any of those type of things. So you're dealing with people like that that's in government. That's why mental health is so serious. Like you got to see a therapist. You gotta talk to somebody, especially if something like that happens to you, especially a man, because a man is known to be this strong person, this provider, this stuff. Especially y'all made it that like black men can't be vulnerable, and that's stupid because they have to be vulnerable, especially if you want them to be a good man. They don't have to be a vulnerable, they don't have to be there's a difference between being vulnerable and a bitch. It's two different things. Okay, but yeah, I would, if I was a man and I was marrying a woman, I would be I want to marry somebody that's gonna make sure that I can be vulnerable around them. But at the same time, I'm only gonna be vulnerable around them if I gotta break down and cry. It could be something serious. My mom passed away. My kid, something with my kid. I may have a traumatic experience when I was a child, and I get flashbacks for it, or I don't know, me and my best friend stopped talking or whatever. I should be able to come to you and still be who I am, but be able to express myself. Y'all don't let men, especially black men, express themselves. They can express themselves. It's okay. They really can. So, yeah, like, yeah, those are none of those people. Nobody that's in leadership right now, and or in trying to convince you to vote is a nah. And on the Democratic Party, nah. That's a fair. They let that be the LGBTQ party. Honestly, if you gotta align yourself with LGBTQ if you still gonna vote Democrat, because they're only gonna take care of their certain crew. And so you gotta be in the in crowd. They're not gonna help you out. They're not gonna help you out if you're not in the in crowd or you get killed for being LGBTQ. Just like how Black Lives Matter had their thing when they only did us when we got killed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be black and killed, but by a white cop, which y'all gonna consider racist and da da da. Some people that are racist, they're just doing their job. It doesn't matter because you've got this. That's the grift. That's the oppression. The only people that's oppressed, honestly, is them preachers, them reverends, and anybody that's in the closet on the Democratic side in 2025. They are the oppressed. They can't come out and be what they really are. So let them be oppressed and carry yourself on over to the Republican side. Okay, where you got strong men who at the end of the day are gonna take care of you when it's needed. You got husbands over here, you've got fathers over here, you got got some real men on the Republican side. I feel real safe over here. Honestly, I wouldn't even feel safe over there. Okay, at all. I feel real safe over here. I feel protected. Okay, so come on down to the Republican side. All that. Any questions? Right. Ooh. Any questions? But all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. And I love y'all. And I just want y'all to really just let's start looking at this stuff. This stuff ain't it's a scam. They got y'all under a LGBTQ attack spell. Man, they got y'all on some y'all on some LGBTQ slave ships. Shit. They got y'all hanging on the slave ships. And the people that's capturing this is these Hispanic gays, the Hispanic KKK. The Hispanic KKK gang. It's crazy, crazy. No, I gotta do that next week because I'm in DC. I'm in DC. I'm in DC. So in DC, I gotta get prepared. Okay. It's about to go down. It's Rico time. It's Rico time. People going to jail. Okay. And they should have no problem being bunkies, because they all mess around with each other anyway. Yeah, you're right about that, But it's over. It is done. The family reunion is about to kick in. This is the family reunion. Okay? The family reunion. The family reunion. Family reunion gonna show out this time. The family reunion gonna show out. The family reunion gonna have everything we need. Everything we need, because we under attack. We under attack. And I'm trying to tell you, Bernie Sanders is everything y'all want to say Trump is. Bernie Sanders want to be the dictator. That Jewish man wants to be the dictator in the name of this socialist, communist thing that we're under attack under. Okay? All right? Mm-hmm. So it's game on. I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody. I ain't going back and forth with nobody except these grimy politicians. I'm popping up everywhere. Ain't no celebration. Like, what you celebrating? Like, where my money at? Brandon? Mayor Daley Jr.? Mayor Richard Lowry? Tell these people pay me my money. Yeah, I'm not going nowhere. Because y'all gay. Y'all real gay. Because, oh yeah, real gay. And I know y'all gay. Y'all are feminine gay too. Because y'all, any real man, gay or not, would have paid my mama her money in the name of my mama. My mama ain't come down there going off on y'all. It's me. Yeah. But nah, y'all is all this. So y'all can't. I ain't doing she ain't gonna talk to me about that. Okay. Okay. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You hide from me. You hide from me. You're going to you hide from me. You've never ever came in front of, like, came to the front. Like, the only time you come to the front is at the PBC meeting because you have no choice. But you will go out, even when we were standing, even when the last time we went to the PBC meeting, we were standing, me and Danielle was standing outside. We were just talking. We was just still in the lobby. You usually go that way. They took you out the whole other way. Yeah. For all these security. But you want to defund the police and all that. Oh, it's Rico time. These people going to jail because, honestly, It's about to be a war. Them communist, Hispanic, KKK weirdos that's disguised as homosexuals are literally ruining the city. They literally ruin the city on they corrupt agenda. And I blame Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, he groomed AOC. And as you see, AOC don't care. She didn't care about Corey, all y'all was the what? The whatever y'all call each other. But Corey Bush got voted out and Jamal Bowman got voted out. And you ain't give no jobs. You ain't say nothing about Corey Bush husband getting indicted. I mean, was indicted on the PPP stuff. You haven't said nothing. Because they don't care about us. They on their own. Every man for themselves. Y'all over here got sympathy for them. And they will leave us dead on the street. They don't care about us. Ain't no black and brown. No. And I'm not saying that in a way to be racist. It just ain't no black and brown. They don't care about us. I'm not saying all are like that. I believe that there are some brown that do care. I have some that's around me that I know that do care. However, just like how we got some blacks who keep selling us out, I know the Hispanics who don't care about us. And they're all in office right now. No, they don't care. And they showed you that. AOC showed you that from a political aspect when it came to Corey Bush and Jamal Bowman. Yeah. So what you think about these Hispanic KKK that's in there now? But then black our black representation, our aldermen and all that, they all embarrassed because they all either they took something they wasn't supposed to take, they accepted a bribe, or they are gay and in a closet. Yeah. So yeah. So it's all hands on deck. So yeah, I ain't got time. I love my mama too much. And I love black women too much. I love women, but I love black women. I love black women. I was raised by a mother, and a strong black mother. She was strong and not on no sad. Oh, you got put you nah. I'm strong as a motherfucker. Nah, my mother was a legend. Strong legend. Yeah, strong to me means legend. Okay, my mama a legend. And I feel like she raised a young legend. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going, and I think that my circle that I have around me, I don't think they going. I think they ain't going either. And it says, so find your tribe who ain't going and link up. Real people link up, and then let us all link up, and let's let these people know what it is, because this our tax dollar that fund all this. All this our money that's funding all this. All they weird orgy in the closet, sexual, homosexuality is a sin in church, but you having them pushing LGBTQ for a check type. This is it. How you got all that's crazy though. That's crazy. Got these seniors confused. Seniors confused like I don't know what. Yeah. Yeah. Bernie Sanders been a problem. He can never get the White House. He's Jewish. And maybe a Zionist. Because they said they have some good Zionists, but they said the Zionists are bad. So I don't get into those things because I don't know. Somebody would have to explain to me. But it may be like it's good Catholics and it's bad Catholics. It's good Christians, it's bad Christians. But I know he's not going to get in the White House. Ever. Never. Back alley Brandon. For sure. That's what he used to. The back alley. Mary Richardson Lousy. You're right. That's another one. She just, they went and brought her, but they just knew that she was going to be able to be the fixer. Can't fix nothing because she slept her way to the top. She's just an old one. She's still decent looking too. She ain't ugly, but I'm just saying, you ain't doing nothing. You came in there and yeah, it's given. You should resign. You should resign, Mary Richardson Lowry, because you're going to jail. But I think you should resign. If you ain't do nothing wrong, you really like innocent. You the innocent in this, or you know that they messed me up. You know they messed me up, and you know you can't do nothing about it because they told you not to. You know that's why you can't answer this last one I had. This lawsuit I had. This last lawsuit you can't even do that one. Right. Because I got all the evidence on that one too. Just like my mama got all the evidence on her case. We some evidence keeping people. That's what we got. That's what we are. You know? So why don't you just resign? Do that. That would make me respect you more if you resign. But if you're gonna go in for the law, you're going to jail too. Because that means that you was part of the daily dynasty. And it's gonna bring you back now. Look at you. Going to jail for your man. Your side man. Yeah. Mary Richardson Laws. Yeah, you got reported. And April 5th, no, not April 5th, April 9th, he got until 5 p.m. to turn in receipts regarding these shelters in Chicago and all that. Yeah, and he ain't got no receipts. Because FOIA, when you even get try to do FOIA, FOIA don't have nothing. No one has anything. Right. They ain't got nothing. Because they've been stealing. They launder money all day. In the name of racism, illegal immigration, LGBTQ plus. They should put LGBTQD because the D is for the down low nigga. And that's what these black reverends and as leaders and nonprofit organizations, these gang violence prevention, we lead this, my brother, my hood, all them sleeping with each other. Because they all been in places where they may have been forced to do some things that they didn't want to do, but it happened. Prison. So the gang violence prevention people, all that stuff. Hey. Right. So yeah. So in conclusion, Make sure y'all stack up on condoms. And honestly, you gotta take them immediately to the emergency room. Y'all gotta get tested because you don't know what they're. These niggas, they identify as y'all. They resent y'all a little bit. It ain't too many. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't too many real ones still out here. So, you know, some of these women might have to start dating younger because Gen Z got it. These Gen Z men get it. They wasn't going. Okay, they don't even rock with Dr. King because they feel like he should never sign the civil rights bill. Okay, so yeah, you may have to. You know, I was a mature one. I was a mature young one. You know what I'm saying? That's why older women was attracted to me. So some people just get it. You understand? You know, so but yeah, because ain't no saving no any male that's a Democrat and that's still holding on to the Democrat mission, whatever that was. You a fool. You was a fool. You can't get hell no. You a fool. So all right, y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all. No, I'm not doing Famous Friday. Well, I'm gonna see y'all when. Oh, Tuesday we're gonna be on X, and we have an X space tomorrow, and we're announcing why we're in DC. So that's how that goes. Right. Get it. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.